I'm Utsav Singh Rathour. You could always follow me on Twitter at Rathour. I'm a WordPress enthusiast. I'm a wannabe entrepreneur. And alright, so let's get started. What is multi-site? In general terms, what does a multi-site mean? Multiple websites. A multi-site means multiple websites. That's it. Obvious answer, right? So then what does multi-site in WordPress mean? What is WordPress multi-site? So if multi-site means multiple websites, then obviously multi-site in WordPress means multiple websites in WordPress, hosted using WordPress. But then what's the catch? All of these sites, every site in the network, all those sites are hosted in a single installation of WordPress. So let's talk about the origin then. First, there was WordPress, obviously not puzzling like chicken and egg. The WordPress was first. So WordPress only supported single sites. Like we could not host multiple websites using single installation of WordPress. So then some people gathered and tried making a Mu version of it, which was known as WordPress Mu. And WordPress Mu, what it did was like basically work on WordPress, but give the users facility to host multiple websites using WordPress. Now since WordPress Mu was based on WordPress, so like if WordPress was running on maybe say 2.0, WordPress Mu would be running on 1.8 or 1.9. So something similar. So what happened then? Obviously it was always lagging, so there had to be like conjunction between them. It had to be merged. So boom. What happens is we get WordPress multi-site. So what is WordPress multi-site? What it basically does is it takes WordPress and adds the new functionality to it, and it makes it WordPress multi-site, where you can host multiple websites using single installation of WordPress. Alright, so let's take a look at the differences between regular WordPress and multi-site. So in a regular WordPress site, each new site needs new installation, multiple installation of plugins and themes, and single set of users. So obviously you can host only one site. Every new site you make needs a fresh installation of WordPress. Every new site you make needs every theme and plugin that particular site requires. Install into it, and only single set of users. And what does multi-site have difference to regular site? So WordPress multi-site, it has multiple network of sites, single installation of n number of websites, single installation of plugins, themes for all, multiple set of users, super administrator to control the network. So let's go in detail, like multiple network of sites. So maybe you have like 10 sites and you want to host, if you're hosting everything in WordPress, so you want to host it to WordPress, but then you'll have to make 10 installations of WordPress. Say every 10 sites of yours is using the same particular theme. So you make 10 installations of WordPress, 10 installations of the theme, 10 installations of the plugins, like say you could be using SEO Yoast, W3 Totalcast, and you'd have to install it in every one of them. Alright, so, but while using WordPress multi-site, what you do is just upload it once and everything, all the 10 sites, get the thing done. Alright, and it has multiple set of users throughout the sites, throughout different sites that are created under single installation of WordPress multi-site. A super administrator, this is a new user label that was created, and this controls the network. So how it works? So basically, say you have WordPress multi-site over here installed, and say you're hosting some 8 other websites. So what do you do? First, what you do is install 8 WordPress installations and start working on them. But now what you do is just install WordPress multi-site, and this takes care of all. All you have to do is fill 3 input box form, I guess, and you'll be ready with a single site. So 8 sites in a matter of seconds. That is saving you 7 times of WordPress installation, 7 times of themes installation, and say if you're using 3 similar plugins, you're saving 7 into 3, that's 21 plugin installations. So that you're saving quite a lot of time. And it could be anything, like you could be hosting your client site, some of your client sites, your blogs, your portfolio, your profile, your personal blog, anything. Okay, so that basically was the concept of WordPress Multisite. Like, what is WordPress Multisite? How is it different from WordPress? And how do you, what differs? But when do we use a multi-site? So here are the points. You have a number of sites running on WordPress. Like I said before, over here in the example, there are 8 sites running on WordPress. So instead of installing 8 new WordPresses, all we're doing is installing one WordPress and having other sites. When you are looking for an easy way to maintain your network of blogs, like I said earlier, if you're using same plugins in all the sites, all you have to do is install them once, and you can be using for all of those. But if you're using a single installation of WordPress, you'll have to do that 21 times. You want to allow people to run their websites or blog on your installation. So you want to create a network of blogs, like say your institution, and you want your staffs to, everyone to have their own blog. Like say you have an institution that has a domain name abc.com, and what you want to do is like you want your staffs to blog in it. Say abc.com/person1, abc.com/person2. All you could do is install a WordPress multi-site, and you could get going. Save time from installing same plugins, themes, and work over and over again, like I already mentioned before. So where to? Okay, that is what we just explained. Like for personal cases, you could have multiple blogs or websites, and you wanted an easier way to maintain those. You could use WordPress Multisite. Academics, say you wanted different subdomain-based websites for engineering, for management, for medical, or anything that your institution covers. So you could have a different site for them, but all hosting on the same server, same WordPress installation, and you could be managing all those like a different site. All right, then you could be using it as an organizational theme, like you want your teams or divisions to blog, or you want your teams or divisions to have forums or something. You could use WordPress Multisite for different themes, different teams. Hosting sites. Well, by hosting sites, I do not mean where you provide hosting services. What I mean is like hosting your maybe 10, 20, or 25 clients, and you wanted to host, and all you are the one who's responsible for maintaining everything. So what you do is, instead of making further installations, you could always use multi-site, because you are the administrator, you are doing every changes. Your client is, all your client is doing is posting articles or posting pages. So in that case, they wouldn't have to do other things like adding plugins or anything. Alright, where not to? Just because you can doesn't mean you have to. Because we tend to get overactive, hyperactive, and like use it wherever we want. But that's not the case. Like there are some cases where you want to use a multi-site, and there are some cases where you want to avoid using multi-site. So you'll have to take care of the use cases. Say you want different post types, like say you are running a tutorial blog, for an example. So you have video tutorials, you have normal tutorials, you have some other kind of tutorials like screencast or maybe audio streaming, something. So instead of making a multi-site and hosting them in different things, all you could do is use custom post type doing that, and that will do it. So why waste time on multi-site? Like why work more? Users need to install things and plugins. Well, this is what some might call a drawback, but then it's not a drawback totally, because if you're using a WordPress multi-site, your clients won't be able to install themes or plugins. It's the network administrator or the super administrator that does it. So if your users want to install themes or plugins, you should probably avoid using this. And if you want to use have a single website or blog, I mean, why multi-site? It's already a single website. It's readily available in the regular installation of WordPress. So why use multi-site? Just because you have to, you can, doesn't mean you have to. So who's using it? We've been talking about WordPress Multisite, and I've been telling you the pros of it for quite long. But is it usable? Are people using it? Is it like good for hosting, actually hosting and actually doing something? So obviously yes, it is. Who's using it? WordPress themselves. If you go to WordPress.com, not WordPress.org, if you go to WordPress.com, so what you see is you can build your own blog or websites. Many of you might have a blog or a website in WordPress.com. So what they are doing is they are basically using the same thing. They are using their own. They are using WordPress Multisite. So yes, it is good. Best Buy are best in the business of marketing. So they are good. PowerSites.net. They provide like websites for smaller companies, and they are doing good. Like they have too many clients, and they are using WordPress Multisite to provide their clients with websites. New York Times/blog. So New York Times, one of the most recognized newspapers, they are using it in blogs where they have n number of too many, I'd say, blogs related to different niches. So they are using it. So some big names are already using WordPress Multisite. So did you know? All right, here are some facts about WordPress Multisite. New York Times has 60+ blogs covering a wide range of topics. So a site as big as New York Times, which has millions of viewers every day, uses WordPress Multisite, and it hosts 60+ blogs, and that is good. But then PowerSites.net, that I told you, has 17,000+ small websites. So it could be big. Like you don't have to limit yourself to 10, 20, or say 100 blogs or 60+ blogs. You could actually host 17,000+ websites in it with a single installation of WordPress. This is single installation of WordPress. Well, they might be, they might have a dedicated server for controlling everything, but then this is all possible because of WordPress Multisite. You don't have to install WordPress each and every time you want a new website. All you have to do is create a new website through Multisite by filling just three input boxes in a form. Just 3 things, and you're done with the site. Now, if you think this is used, this is humongous. WordPress.com has 57,600,799 websites when I prepared this presentation, and there was like 12 hours ago, and it probably has gone by 200 or 300 up already. How do I get started? So, if this is it, if this is WordPress Multisite, if it is saving you so much time, if it is doing so much things for little effort, it must be very tough and hard to install, right? That is what comes in mind. But then, WordPress Multisite is the easiest thing you'll ever install after WordPress, obviously. So, all you have to do is write this line in your config file, your wp-config.php that is on your root folder. All you have to do is add this line, define wp allow multisite to true. That's it, you're done. And make sure you put this before a line that says, alright, stop editing from here. Because after that, WordPress takes care of other things, so you would not want to use that. So, alright, you put wp allow multisite equals to true, and you're done. Now, what you need to do is go to your network setup menu on dashboard. On your dashboard, you'll have a new menu that says network setup. And you choose between, you want subdirectories that says example.com/abc or example.com/xyz. You want your sites to be hosted that way, or you want your sites to be hosted, say, abc.example.com or xyz.example.com. you could choose among those. And after that, you could always do domain mapping to point abc.com to abc.example.com, xyz.com to example.com/xyz. So that is always there. Domain mapping is always there. And if you see, I'll put a screenshot of once I've set up my multi-site. So what I did here is, like, I have 3 sites over here. Another blog, my first network blog, my second blog. Alright, so everything is controllable through one dashboard menu. I am the super administrator, I get to control every one of these. I get to upload themes, I get to upload plugins, and I get to choose who can use what plugin and who can use what theme. But then, my clients won't be able to do that. And if I am running something like WordPress.com or PowerSites.net, I obviously want to avoid that. I wouldn't want my clients to upload some plugins or some things onto it. I obviously like to restrict them. But if you do not want restriction, you'll have to move to single fresh installations, because this won't allow your users to add themes or plugins. So everything is manageable through here. I can go to the dashboard through this, to the second block, and I could manage my posts, my pages, the plugins that I have been allowed to, and maybe some post types. Everything is there. Alright, so how does data handling happen in WordPress Multisite? So obviously, since you are using WordPress Multisite, there must be something different than the regular installation of WordPress that happens, because of which you can do this, right? So what it basically does is create new sets of tables for each site. There are like 9 tables repeated for each different new site you make. That contains the post metas, the comment metas, links, and those tables. And you also get these tables added to your database. Blogs, registration logs, signups, site meta. Site contains your site information, site meta contains more values or information about your particular sites or blogs, registration log where you register. So that's it. That is how it is done. The main thing is you have to take care of the first point. Creates a new set of tables for each site. So every new site you make, it has like 9 new tables. Should I be using it? Are you kidding me? Like, I've spent my 10-15 minutes. Alright, so you are supposed to use multi-site whenever possible. Alright? So go ahead, try it, build it. Conquer the world. Alright, leave the conquer the world part, but still, go try it. It is fun. That's it. Thanks for viewing.